Alright folks, just want to share a quick observation that could be a helpful tip for you. Space Marines Codex has Sternguard, and Sternguard has the ability to change their ammunition. One type of ammunition they have is called Dragonfire Rounds. Basically what that change in ammunition allows is to negate cover saves. So that's pretty huge in the ruling for 6th edition Dawn of War. So you can see here I got some rulers on the table. I got a yardstick, 36 inches, and not all target units are going to be affected by this because of the fact that the AP value of the Dragonfire rounds is pretty low. I mean, well, it's not sufficient enough to punch through a lot of the better armor. But what does it still allow you to do? Well, in the new rules, anything like 24 to 36 has Shroud, and anything from 12 to 24 has Stealth. So we'll pretend that this direwolf here is a Hormigaunt. He would typically would have a 6-up cover save being up in the open. But since these guys have their Dragonfire round, they can choose to shoot that guy and would use the AP value of the Dragonfire rounds against his armor class, which would pretty much disallow a save. We got some Orc boys here. They're in a crater and are right on the 24-inch line. Since the Sternguard can do a rifle shot, what I call a rifle shot is a single shot that's 24 inches. In a crater, they get a 5+ cover save, being that they have the Shroud rule because of Dawn of War. It gives them another addition of 2 to that 5+, so now they have a 3+ cover save. But because they have the Dragonfire rounds, they can ignore that 3+ cover save and then shoot them based on their armor value. And basically, if this wasn't an Ardboy unit, it would have a 4-up save, would have to use their normal save of 6-up. So they would, as long as they scored wounds, that unit would die. Vehicles. So we say that this vehicle here is a Rhino with 10 armor rear, and it's, well, for the purposes we'll say it's within the 24 inches. Well, being a unit and in Dawn of War has a 2-up Shroud. Well, since the strength of the weapon is able to glance this on a 6, they could choose to shoot at that vehicle and disallow its cover save. Dark Elder radars. This could be done in the 5th edition, even more so now. But like a Dark Elder Raider, if it moves its flat out speed or does any movement, has its Jink rule. Well, the strength of the rifle shots could still glance that vehicle and produce a hull point damage to it. So if there's 3 shots, 3 hits, cause 3 glances, no cover save, the vehicle is wrecked. And some of the lighter units that have no armor save against it can be also shot up if they did their Jink turbo boost move. But it's not going to affect a lot of units because, again, like I said, the AP value of the Dragonfire rounds isn't going to disallow armor saves. And so like a Space Marine bike or a Orc bike, if they turbo boost, even though the Dragonfire rounds would negate that, their armor save alone is still better, and they can use their armor saves to save against the shots. So the big advantage of it is basically to vehicles that go flat out, ignores their cover save or Jink save, armor that is outside of the the 12-inch range that would give you either a stealth or a shroud rule. You can still try to take out their rear armor with a strength for a weapon, or any of the armor units like the orcs and the hormigaunts. You can easily tear them up as well, even if they're hiding in terrain, because of the Dragonfire rounds. So there you go, folks. Just a quick observation that could probably help you in a few of your games.